Welcome back to another episode of the I Feel Like podcast. I'm your host T, and today we're doing a one-on-one. We're doing something a little different, so I don't have my co-host here today, but I've been trying to get a little bit more one-on-ones in. I just relocated my desk and stuff like that, and I just kind of wanted to have more like I don't know, like
Intimate.
one-on-one, more intimate. That's what I was looking for. More intimate conversations with like family, friends of the podcast, and all that type of stuff. So let's jump into it. Today's guest is someone very special. I've known this person for as long as I can remember. I was actually thinking about it on the ride home. I was like, damn. I was like, I don't even remember when the first time I've actually seen T. So this
Been
guest is,
26 years.
yeah, about 26 years.
Yeah.
This person is a poet, author, everything. Like, I mean, I was just scrolling on your IG and you have anything in any creative space. I did see that it said unhinged AI person. Man, and from rumors from my older brothers and my sister, a hooper too. I heard you
sure.
got some. I got you some talent hidden.
Multifaceted. I gotta stay
Yeah,
moving.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the podcast usually goes really smooth. We usually jump into our first topic. It's a little negative, but it always gets the juices flowing. And that topic is what got you fucked up. It's basically something that's been on your mind or something that's just been kind of there.
Well,
I'll start. What's got me fucked up is I would say I haven't seen the Michael Jackson movie yet, but I hate every time I mention Michael Jackson, there's always one person in the room that goes, "Oh yeah, you know what he did," or like they bring up the whole child shit, and it's like,
you're right.
bro, and it's not to like hide it or anything, but it's just kind of like it gives like back in the day when people would talk about Nicki Minaj, they're like, you know, her butt's fake, and it's like, it's like what?
We know it and we love it now.
Yeah, so it's like just that type of energy. It's like, especially with the movie coming out, it's like I'm gonna have to go see it, and it's like, oh, well, you know, it's like, yeah, we know that was a whole thing. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, we all know.
just kind of salty. Like it's weird, but that's the only thing that's got me
He's
fucked up
gone
this week.
now. So if it's true, you can't do it again.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, kind of life.
Yeah.
So let's see. I would say I've been getting a lot of negativity on the AI side. And
I've
I
seen that.
get it. I get it because there's a couple of drawbacks to it, I would say. But for
Hmm.
me, being a creative person, I love it. It's like I've never been able to do so many things so quickly. I can make a whole album cover in a day. I can make a AI song in a day. I can I could do pretty much everything I want quickly and just if I have an idea, get it out of me and then move on to the next. So I love it for that reason. But I
Fair.
do get a lot of comments. I'm okay with it because at least you're listening to it. At least you're
I
looking
feel
into
like
it.
too. For me, I feel like at least you know there's someone behind it versus
Right.
just AI just straight and generating shit for you to kind of just like anyway.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to sit down with you because I don't really meet too many pro AI people,
Right.
and think I think it's a narrative kind of because we don't understand quite what it is yet. It's still fresh. But I think a lot of people pretend that like they don't use it, but I've seen motherfuckers mixtape covers. I've seen people's work emails.
Yeah.
I had a lady, she was like trying to tell me to use it because I was like working in because I do apartment maintenance. So I was rearranging furniture for the pool because we're about to open the pool pretty soon. And I was like, I don't know if this furniture is gonna fit. She was like, you should just take a picture of it, put it in chat GPT, and then it'll tell you how to lay it out and all this. And then she's
Yep.
like, but I don't use AI though. I don't know. I was
Exactly.
just
Exactly. I got it in the bio. You know, it's me, and I'm using
I,
every single resource there is to make something crack. That's just what it is. It's a tool at the end of the day for me.
and
I
that's
can
what it's
I can
supposed
see
to
it
be.
being a little abused, but
Hmm.
I love it. And I
I
like
love
those
that you
I like
use
those
the
weird
phrase.
ass videos where the fruits are eating each other.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
my
do
favorite.
like that. I like that you use the phrase or term AI assisted. Like it's like this is me and AI. It's not just
Right.
like I'm not being creative at all. I just fucking, AI did this or you're not you're not taking all the credit. You're kind of just like, hey, this is me. I took my creativeness or my space and put it in to assist me with this, and I like that's pretty cool. It's like,
Yeah, I
shit.
definitely don't want to pretend that I'm doing something I'm not doing. I want to be honest at all times, and you respect that this is my creativity, but it's also, yeah, it's a tool. I don't have to hire a person to make me a cartoon if I can
Oh
go
yeah.
write my whole script myself and put, what I want to wear, what my chain's going to be like. I just use all of the tools to
Mhm.
my advantage. I think if more people used it
Yeah.
for good, there wouldn't be so many worries. But I get the people that are
Yeah.
saying like they potentially can lose their job from it. I understand the situation with
Hmm.
sucking up a lot of water to run it. So those things they're valid and I feel it. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
gonna
still
go
something
hire
new.
a
It's not
designer
gonna
to
be
do something that
perfect.
I could do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. And then on top of that, it's not that bad unless you use it like in a weird way, like the crazy AI war videos and stuff like that. But it's like if I had a business and I created a logo for my business, like I don't see that. And I do get like some people are like, oh, well, you took a job from an artist person, but it's like I didn't know an artist person for that said task
Right.
at that moment.
Right.
I could see why
And
certain
how much
people
was
are
this artist
pissed.
person gonna charge me for something that I got for 9.99? That's one thing.
Yeah, I think I
Like,
paid like 70, $80 for the last rendition of our logo. And I was like, oh. And it wasn't like I had to keep, like, I only had 3 revisions for it. So it was like I would give them my idea, thoughts, colors, and everything. And then they would do it. And I'm like, and they're like, okay, well, you got 2 more revisions. If you run out, this, you just get what you get. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
no, no.
But
I'm gonna
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
get
use
it.
at least
Yeah.
4 different apps, and we're gonna come up with something together. So yeah, it's like a team.
Mhm.
It's like a team that is $10 a month for me, and I don't have to worry about
And also,
all the expenses.
even if
And
you don't use it, someone's gonna use it. Someone's gonna use it.
oh yeah, I mean, there's times I'm using it for evil. I'm not gonna pretend I'm not.
I mean, sometimes, for me, like I play with it a little bit, and for me, I just kind of like I'm weird. I'll ask it like random shit, like how many liters of like mayo can I put in this or something like that. It's just like how many liters of mayo could fill the Grand Canyon type shit. Like I'll mess around with it and see if it can kind of really, really put something in perspective for me, but nothing ever really too crazy. I've
Yeah,
only used it for work like one time when I used to be a security guard because I didn't want to write a report. And so I just
yeah,
put cliff notes, dude tripping, lobby, escorted him out. And then it just drew out a whole report. And I kind of just edited the keywords and,
right.
time frames and stuff like that.
No, I love it.
But
I
I
love
haven't
it
really,
because I have my own ideas, but I can always get some feedback from it. So it's the same thing as
another
calling
thing
up
I've
a
used it
friend and
for,
being like, "Hey, dude, what do you think about this?" It's
mhm,
not going to be a 3-page report
collaboration.
about it. They might just text me, "Cool."
Yeah.
That's not helpful.
Yep. All right. It's I. Like,
Yeah,
what does that
good.
mean?
Okay, you're giving me nothing. So
I've used it for groceries. Like, okay, this is my budget, and I'm trying to get this, this, and this. What should I do? And then a list out a grocery list. Like that and promo codes. Like if I'm
I have
ordering
not tried
something,
that, but
promo
that's
codes.
good.
Yeah, promo
Yeah.
codes is the shit. Hey, you got any more of them 30% offs?
Oh, so it's like
All right.
coupons.
Well, oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Get promo codes or coupons,
well,
anything. It'll find.
I'm gonna try that
And
next.
even if it doesn't, it's like at least I tried. Well, shit. Let's jump into our next segment. Our next segment is we talk about what we feel like. This is the biggest segment of this podcast because it's called the I Feel Like podcast, and we talk about what we find. I didn't really have too much about what we feel like. I would just had a couple of questions, for you, more like interview style questions. I think I had like about 5 of them for you.
Yeah, let's
So I
do it.
figured we can jump into that. Yeah. So you wear a lot of hats. What do you feel like you are the most? Like, are you poet, author, musician? Like, what do you feel like is your main hat?
My main hat is a poet for sure. I feel like that's pretty much the driving force to everything else that it's turning into. But originally, I
Mm-hmm.
just wrote books of poetry. I've turned them into music recently, and I love that. Creating
Mm-hmm.
a song is a little bit different as far as figuring out hooks. using AI. So I'm adding instruments and things I want to hear, different genres. So it allows me to expand, but at the core of it, yeah, I'm just a poet, a poor poet.
I like that. I, I like it because it's kind of everything else in that.
Yeah,
It's basically the start of all that.
you're right.
That's really cool. So where does my life's flow come from?
It's basically just kind of like it's called my life's flow, but it's really everybody's life's flow. It's like there's a lot of things that are going to happen in life. We're not all going to have a perfect life. We're not all going to everything's not going to always be easy. So you're going to have some good, some bad. You're going to have some struggle, you're going to have some pain. You're going to have some happy days, you're going to have some depressed days. But at the end of the day, like that is what I would just say is life's flow. It's not always going to be an even current. There's going to be waves. So that's kind of just how I think about it. Just kind of like in a water sense. Like sometimes it's nice and chill, and then sometimes it gets real some rapids. But
I like that.
making it through it is like the main point of it. Just get through the struggle. It's not always going to be hard.
That's part of the journey.
Right. And don't quit. Don't ever quit. No matter how dark things get, don't ever
Oh yeah,
quit.
because you have a chance when you don't quit. When you
Right.
quit, there's a 0% chance of doing it. It's always worth doing.
For me, that's what I feel like. Just keep going. If it doesn't work, keep going. Try something different.
Is that what you would say inspires you? Like, what inspires you?
I would say I am inspired by the opportunity to make things better. So kind of feel like for a lot of my life, I was closed off to the possibility of things being better, kind of just going through the motions, you know. You go to school, you go to work, you get married, you have kids, you just do what you're supposed to do, and things are going to work out. And that's a dream, but it's not happening. So
That and there's no
just kind of feeling like I'm asleep, you know? So I
that and
went through divorce,
there's
and
no like winning that.
yeah, I kind of woke up after that and I was like, everything I said I've always wanted to do, let me do it. And if it doesn't work out, okay, check it off the list and do something else. But don't just be locked down into a box where this is what people said you should do, this is people said how you should do it. Just go for it. If you
Hmm.
fail, you tried it. You did what you could do, and at least you tried. That's all I want to do is just not keep all this stuff locked in my head all day and let it out within reason because it gets crazy sometimes. But yeah, that's my main thing. There's doors that can open, but we have to actually turn the knob and try. We can't just stand there and wait for it to open for us. So that's
Especially
me.
in a creative space. In a creative space, it's like you have the freedom to do that and then have those experiences, which branch off to more experiences because you can say, I once tried that. That didn't work. I once tried that. It worked. And then I like that. Like that's kind of why we do the podcast is because one, after the pandemic, I felt like socially I was kind of awkward after a while. Fucking struggled to make eye contact and all that, but then also two, I felt like it was a space where I got to do anything creative,
Right.
like versus just sitting there and because I've always had like a man cave or a situation where we would be having these conversations like a podcast, but we just didn't have an outlet for it.
Right.
And I was talking to my uncle Donnell, and he does podcasting. And when he heard that I was doing my podcast, the one thing he said to me that like stuck with me to this day, he said, "If no one likes it, they would have never listened. Like potentially, no one's heard it if they didn't like it. So it's like you
Right.
could put as much shit out there, and no one could listen to it, and they would never know. Like
Right.
it's just weird. I don't know how to explain it the way he said it, but I was just like,
No,
oh, that man's
I get
spitting."
it. I get it. My first two books, I probably maybe sold 10. Like
Hmm.
I'll keep going. I got 7 now, and it's a lot better,
Okay.
but like I'm gonna keep going. Like it's not
I
always
like
gonna
that too.
be where you're gonna be instantly gratified. Like, oh, you know, I'm viral today. That's not the norm for all of us. You might get it, but if you're not gonna get it if you don't keep going. So yeah, I think overcoming like I'm pretty socially awkward. Like that's why I love being behind the scenes. I'll create whatever I can. I'll write it. I will
Hmm.
film it. I'll do all of it, but I'm not usually in front of the camera. Nope. But yeah, so
Hmm.
that's
That's
something
what
that I'm
everybody's like.
working on too.
Yeah, I think that's why I have stints where we do podcasts consistently, and then I
Yeah.
fall off because it's like I get those little times where I'm like, man, I'm not really the camera guy. I'm not really the host, but like that's why I've like kind of enjoyed these more one-on-one interview styles, is because now it's an intimate conversation versus just us hanging there and trying to put on a show. And I mean, this is probably like the fourth rendition of us doing the podcast, and I feel like it always turned, especially with a whole bunch of guys, it always turned into He-Man Woman Hater Club or just like the cool guy, like yeah, today, man, I shot like five dudes, or I
Yeah.
fought five dudes, or
Right.
it turns into social media, clickbaity type shit. But
It has
when
to
we're
it has
having
to
these,
be real authentic people that you fuck with. I think
yeah,
that's the main
yeah,
thing is I've never felt like I had to put on a show in front of anybody because this is just me. So I'm like, this is what you're gonna
mhm,
get. Yeah, I'll be
yeah,
weird. Yeah, I'll be funny. We'll have fun, but no, I'm not always gonna be going above and beyond to impress other people because at the end of the day, you either like who I am, what I do, and or you don't, and that's okay if you don't. Like you're more than
mhm,
welcome to not be okay with it. But a lot of people are very I would fake is kind of a harsh word, but they're just trying too hard. So maybe they didn't get
I
enough
think
attention.
they put on this persona of other influencers that make it, and they think that's what making it is in a certain sense. Like I've had a lot of people like, hey, I watched your podcast, what you should do is you should, do this or do that. And then like me and my wife were originally doing the podcast, and I just felt like a lot of people were just kind of like, you guys should talk about this, you guys should talk about your relationship, you should do that. I'm not really, that type of guy.
Yeah.
And then also too, it's like that's something we're gonna have conversations about after. And it's
Right.
like we never really talked about anything crazy, but it's just like I'm not interested in being the next couple of the internet. I'm not interested in being, this whole sauna. It's just
Right.
me and the guys hanging out. If you listen to it, you listen to it. If you don't, you don't. And I feel like that's kind of where I connect with you with the My Life's Flow. Is just like this is kind of our podcast flow. Like,
Yeah.
it happens. We used to do weekly drops, but I mean, sometimes it's like you get home on a Friday. I don't want to record,
Right.
So we kind of are in this little bubble where it's like we'll drop 3 episodes. We don't. We do, and then the holidays hit, so that's where it kind of
Yeah.
really dropped off. So
Yeah,
and then
I
one
think
of our
I
co-hosts is
like that your podcast is so it's like a chill, comfortable vibe. It's like just chilling. It's
mhm,
just being around like me having a lot of brothers, just like me hanging out with all my brothers. That's just how it is. It's like
mhm,
it's family. You could say crazy stuff. It's not gonna be taken personally. It's your brother. That's just
mhm.
I like I like how comfortable everyone is all the time. I love it.
Yeah, I think too. It just kind of gets people in their comfort zone too. That's why we always start with what got you fucked up. I always hated it at first because I'm like, that's so negative to start the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you ask the right person, what's got you fucked up? They're like, oh man, my job, fuck this person, blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
then they're dwelling on that for the rest of the episode. But what I noticed is it gets them, people going,
Right.
because you it's something you really cared about, and then
Yep.
now you're in your comfort zone to have that conversation. I mean, I'm not asking you to tell every detail, but it
Right.
also just it's how we jump straight into it. Like when you jumped in, I just click record because
Yeah.
a lot of times when I have guests on the podcast, they're like, oh man, like I've never did this before, I'm kind of nervous, and I'm like, once I press record, I promise you it gets better.
Right.
I had to learn that myself. I'm still doing that, especially with the intro. Like I can never stick the intro one time. Like I will literally write it down, and I'm like,
Right.
I have it. It's just jumping into it. It's not like a hey, it's a what's up. I'm always like hey, or so it's like awkward. So like
No.
yeah, I
Okay.
just understand it.
I
Like
would be probably
I
at least
think
10
now.
takes in if I had to push the button.
Hmm.
So it's best that you
Hmm.
did.
Yep. All right. Let's jump into another question. I got so you call yourself an unhinged AI lover. When did your obsession start with AI?
It's only been about a year, I would say. It started with Sora when that
Okay.
was
Yeah,
popular,
because
I
it
guess.
just kind of
I
just
came
got
in, I
good.
came to Sora late though. Yeah.
Aren't
and
they
now they're
getting rid of
gone.
it? I believe.
Yeah, it's gone. I was so sad.
Damn.
It's just a dark
I can see
screen. It's
why they
just
got rid of
empty.
it, but I've never touched Sora, but I've seen all the videos. I
Yeah,
got trapped in this like wormhole of watching Sora videos. Like I don't know
it's
why, but my For You page is just glizzies all the
yep,
time because I got to the point where I would just send them to my boy Mike,
yeah.
the co-host of the podcast,
Hmm.
and it's one of our group things. It's like everybody's so afraid of a glizzy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
a fucking hot dog is like the best thing to me. Like a good chili dog, I'm here for it. And so
Like
like everybody would always freak out, like, oh, you're
it's
eating the
always been
glizzy, oh
men
my god.
buying the hot dogs. It's always been men buying the hot dogs. Now it's like forbidden, but that's who's been buying all the hot dogs. It's not women.
Yes, yeah. I'm like I thought like I when I think of glizzies, I think of like it's all American beef, this is America's, thing. Like I thought it was just like the manliest thing to do, but now it's like gotten to this point where guys are just afraid of it, and that's why my profile pic is me with a glizzy, because we were streaming. And I end up getting a Costco hot dog. My wife gets me a hot dog every time she goes to Costco. So I was eating one on camera, and I forgot I was on camera, and everybody's like, "Yo, what the?" And so I'm like,
It
ah.
depends. Were you eating it or were you inhaling it? Because that's a big. It looks different on camera. I'm
Probably
telling you.
both. Probably both. Yeah, but so from there, I've just kind of been like every time I see like a glizzy post, I would just send it to him. I would just flood his DMs with just glizzy things, and then Sora start coming in, and I just would see videos of like people fucking inhaling these large hot dogs, or like just the bros hanging out with beers and eating hot dogs, and it always has like this crazy soundtrack to it, and I just was dying. But
Yeah,
that's my only thing
I
with
love.
Sora that I've seen.
Yeah, I love Sora. I made some crazy videos. They're only a couple seconds long, so I kind of like stitched them together. I made a couple of movies. Yes, I put them
Okay.
on YouTube, making like short
I seen,
stories.
yeah, I've seen a couple of them. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the short stories on YouTube, and I was like, oh, okay, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. When I put them together, they kind of make a little bit more sense, but separately, it was a lot of weird stuff going on. So yeah, it gets crazy. It's like it's better for me to be
I
crazy
hated the.
in making up a story than be crazy doing other things. So keeps me out of trouble.
I mean, you could be doing. Yeah, I'll say you could be doing. Fake teasered Marvel trailers. That I'm like, oh, I thought that
Yeah,
was it, but
yeah,
I like that you're using it as your outlet for creativity. I love
right.
that, and it's really cool because it's like it's not, from what I've seen, it's kind of like for everybody. It's not like crazy explicit. It's not crazy like childish. It's like anybody can join and feel good about this. This is some good poetry. You have some good stories. You have anything that you can express yourself through whatever outlet, and I like that.
Yeah, that's what I love the most. It's just an
Mhm.
opportunity to try something new. So like this is one of
It's
my
creative
shirts I
freedom.
made. I made this, and
Okay.
I've never designed clothes before, but I wanted to try that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cop me a couple t-shirts.
I already
I also
got you. I
seen
already
that you had
got
a
you.
color. I already seen that you had a coloring book too. I was like, yo, what? A
Yeah,
coloring book? That is amazing. It's
yeah.
got to be a
I got.
good feeling to see all your stuff on the shelf. Like you got books. Like you said, you have 7 now. Like, do you plan on filling like the bookcase, like
I'm
a
gonna fill.
bookcase? So
I'm
you
gonna fill
just
as much as I can.
okay.
I just put myself out there.
Mhm.
Find my core audience. Doing pretty good as far as uh, getting new followers and people engaging more. I'm enjoying that people like what I have to offer, but I do try to keep
Okay.
it. I would say probably about PG-13. There's some that's maybe 16, but nothing too crazy because at the end of the day, that's not really what I'm about.
Mhm. So I seen. Do you make Do you make merch like in house, like your shirts and stuff?
Yeah, I press everything in house, design all of it, and then make it. Then my grandma and my mom come over and they fold everything and we put the tags and the washing labels on it and then put it in a
Okay.
package and it's all pressed. It's like it's official. It's like a little
I
sweatshop,
the
but
reason
they're volunteers.
get back to it, grandma. Nah,
Like,
but the reason I
I'll pay
asked
you
because
with I'll pay you with food. I made some gumbo. Here
yes,
you go. You can eat and then, take your break and then yeah, get
that's
back to
awesome.
work.
The reason I asked those because I have a friend he presses his own stuff too,
Hmm.
and he's starting a clothing line, and he said the first thing he did, it was crazy, it blew my mind, is that he took like a certain amount of clothes and he donated it to thrift stores. And then he said he slowly started seeing people in his neighborhood walking around with his shirts. I was like, that's fucking insane. I would have never thought of something like that.
That is a great idea.
I was like,
That
what?
is a
I was like,
great idea.
I'm in the wrong market. Cause it's like, yeah, you kind of take a lot, like a L, like money wise, like profit wise, but at the same time, that's like the most authentic way to see if people really like what you have, you know? Cause they're like, okay, I went to
I
the
think
thrift
it's an
store.
investment in a way. It's an investment.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same way of me. I have some brand ambassadors and I make sure they can really rep the brand. If I don't, then how are they going to tell people about it if they don't have the merch? So it's an investment.
Yeah.
That is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah, I
great
would
idea.
have never thought of that. That's some genius like
Yeah.
business level type stuff.
I wear mine.
I was like,
I
okay.
wear a different design every single day. Completely do not wear any other brands anymore. So it's kind of like if I'm gonna say, this is a good brand, I could wear it, I could wash it 15 million times and it's gonna last. So I just try to make sure like I wouldn't sell anything that I wouldn't wear, and I
Mm,
definitely wouldn't promote anything that's gonna be, I don't know, raggedy, peeling, looking crazy. So
yeah,
I completely transformed everything to just be my brand. So if I wear a different brand, I'm going to add my designs to it. So just continue to
that's kind of
promote
where I'm at.
myself.
I
Huh?
I kind of that's kind of where I'm at. I don't have anything that I can promote, but I don't wear certain things that I wouldn't, promote or people that don't, really mess with me. Like if I have friends that have clothing, like I'll wear it on the podcast, but only if I've either had you on the podcast or I've seen you, somewhat react with the podcast. But it's like I've kind of gotten the space where it's like I'm not really a big designer guy. And
Yeah.
I can make it happen with just, some t-shirts and, jeans. I always wear Levi jeans, but like other than that, I'm not really like a big like I'm not like, oh, V-Lone on the shirt, blah blah blah.
Right.
Like I don't really care about that. So
Well, I think it's a
especially
support thing. You're supporting people that support you. I feel it
mhm,
1,000,000%. And it's the same way with like really big, um, high fashion brands. It's like at the end of the day, they don't care about us in any way. So kind of like,
especially when it comes to that price tag. That's the slap in the face if that,
and is it gonna
Okay.
last or is it gonna shrink up? Is it gonna look crazy in 2 no? Oh, like, oh, you shouldn't have washed it. You should have had it dry cleaned. I'd get nothing dry cleaned. That's for the 1920s. So yeah.
I'm a bigger guy, so it's like if I put it through the wash and it shrinks that first time, I'm like, I will
It's a
never
half
get
top
any of
after
your
that.
shirts. It's
Oh
like I
my
will never do
god.
this again.
Yeah. You don't want to be having one of those kind of shirts that are gonna shrink up. You're walking around with your belly button out and eating hot dogs. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's
That's
not gonna be a good look.
I'll give you one more question and then we can jump into what's got you on this internet. Let's see. If someone read your poetry without knowing you, what would you hope they would learn about you?
They would most likely learn because I mostly write when I'm like in a highly emotional state as far as poetry, but as far as, other creative things, I do it maybe in different moods. But in poetry, I'm probably in a really emotional state. And so pretty much at the beginning of it, it might be dark, it might be sad, it might sound painful, but at the end you see like I worked my way through it and got to the light. I think most poems have that flow unless they are a short story, and those can get dark. Someone is going to be dead. But as far as
Right?
just reading
That's
just a poem, you'll see like I was in a dark place, but by the end of it, like I see things will get better. So it's kind of just letting people know you could be in a dark place too, but things can get better.
and you're not the only one.
I think
This
that's
is
the
the
big
flow
thing
we
is
call
just
life.
some people don't know that there's other people like them out there and don't know that
Mhm.
there is hope for them and they don't feel comfortable talking to anybody. And the biggest thing for me is that I've always had outlets. If I didn't, I'd probably be in jail or be on someone's corner eating hot dogs. It's a lot that can go wrong when you don't have something good to put yourself into. But this is pretty much everything to me. I would say it pretty much saved my life, and I have kept the brand for so many years. I started writing in like '08. So I've kept it for so many years because it's literally saved me. Like there's been times where I've been really dark. There's been times where I've just been the brokest of broke. And then it's like, just keep going. You're going to make it through. And it's like, other people need to know there's nothing to be ashamed of. Not everybody's going to start off just with money and with fame and with talent. Some things are learned. Some things are, I mean, not many people have it just handed to them. So it's okay to start small. It's okay if you don't do something and you don't immediately have all the followers. You're working towards something. And the people and the followers that you do have, those are going to be like your rock. Those are the people that you really need to deal with, because everybody else might get on the bandwagon later on, but the people that have been with me during these times, I'm going to remember. That's all. That's
I always see people too. They get like an attitude when they have that one person that just be in the comments, like, keep going, or all this is fire, or, fire emoji. And people are just like, man, this like one guy. And it's like that's a fan. That's why you do it. That's the person that's tuning in, making sure. Like, I have a couple of people that are like, hey man, you didn't drop this week. Where's the episode this week?
Right.
Oh, you didn't do it. It's been 3 weeks.
I
remember looking at that and being like, holy shit, like
there's somebody
I gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And to add on what you were saying about like being, in a very emotional state when you had to create, I feel like that's the best form of creativity is, you have to feel to create. That's why kind of like why we call it the I Feel Like podcast, because we just talked about what we felt like, and everybody is like, oh, you gotta have a gimmick, you gotta have a topic. What is your podcast based off of? And it's like, I don't know. It could be about racism, it could be about video games, it could be about pop culture, but it could also be about glizzies. It's like, I don't know, it's just whatever I'm feeling like. And that's kind of why our brand has been, I Feel Like Gaming, or I Feel Like Podcast, because we play whatever games we feel like, or we talk about whatever we feel like in the podcast. And
I think
it's always going to be
very important for you to be able to do that. Like, just yes. be a Black man that can be in a space where you could talk about what you want, you could talk about your feelings, and you could be in a safe space. They're not that many safe spaces these days. So creating your own sometimes is a must, and you got to hold that sacred. You can't let everybody in it that doesn't align with you either.
Yeah, and I think it's helped me so much. I feel like the platform push me, even if it's like not getting views or follows or anything. That's not why I do it. I think it's helped me socially, like having conversations. Like I would talk about some shit on an episode and then be out and at a bar, at work or anything, and then talking to a person I've never met before, and I'm having this intricate conversation because it's almost like I did like the mock trial of it. It's like, oh shit, me and my friend were talking about this the other day, yada yada, versus being like, oh, it's supposed to rain today. Oh, yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's almost got me to be more social, especially after the pandemic, like holding eye contact. Like I would be at work looking down or trying not to look. Like there were certain people that
gotta
like,
go
man,
for
you
the
don't make
ear.
contact.
That's my good place. If I go for the top of the ear, I can appear reasonably into the, because I'm listening, but I don't want to stare deep into your eyes. Like you're not going to be mine. We're not in love. I just can't give that kind of attention.
Especially there are some people that are like crazy. They're just like, when I'm at work, I'm like, yo, this person's intense.
I think if they had a mirror and they could see their face, they would cut that shit out because that is too much. Yeah. So I'm like, take it down a notch. Shit. Let's just relax.
Yeah. Blink a couple times.
Get some Visine and relax. And I'm practicing with that, doing clothing and doing sales. I've been going to some markets, doing a lot of pop-up events and things like that. Talking to strangers. You always get all the same questions pretty much. But being able to just tell them about yourself, because at the end of the day, they either like the design or they don't, which is perfectly okay. But just they're buying it for you. They're buying like kind of, because they felt something with you. So I kind of struggle with, basically pouring yourself into every single person that comes to your booth. But it's been the best thing for me just to get talking again. Cause yeah, I think a little bit before the pandemic, I was already away from people. So that just really created a huge separation. So I'm trying to get back into being a normal person, I guess. But
Hmm.
some people don't know when to stop talking. So I kind of don't want to get all, too deep into
Yeah,
it.
it's a very thin
Yeah, there's a
line.
lot of stuff I do not need to know about you in order for you to buy this shirt. So yeah,
Like
but
to compare what you said earlier, like you said, like sometimes it's like I don't even know where I was going, but like sometimes it's like my social battery isn't there. Like I feel like I want to get out there and be social,
right,
but then sometimes there's those people that you talk to and you're like, I was not ready for
right,
this person's
right,
conversation. Like it's like my dog died, and then my girlfriend cheated on me, and then like
right.
this and that. I'm like, yo, I just asked you, did you watch the Lakers game? Like it's intense. It's like, oh my
It's a
god.
lot. It's a lot. I
That's
don't
why
know
I'm
what it
like,
is, but sometimes I feel like people just need someone to talk to, and I kind of
that's
look
where I
at
was
it
going.
as,
It's
yeah,
you were saying you prefer to be like behind the scenes or like being behind the
hmm,
scenes, and I think that's kind of where I was too. And it's easy to get comfortable with that,
hmm,
and it's not a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing long term. Like I
right.
think for me, I got so connected with being a streamer or trying to create a studio or a set for a podcast. I was isolated most of the time. Especially you've been to my old house when I had the giant, garage and stuff like that. It was easy to just go
Yeah,
down there
that
to my
was that
man
was the
cave.
best cave I've ever seen.
I'm still chasing that, but I got to get a better
I'm chasing it
garage.
too.
But but it's easy to, kind of isolate yourself, especially nowadays everything we do is, remote. So it's like I just could be down there for hours just
Right,
working on myself. And you think you're working on just strictly on yourself, but sometimes you lose sight of that and you're just
right.
literally just being down there to yourself. So I've
Yeah.
tried to
This
get out of
this
that
is
bubble
a
and
it's a it's a challenge for me, but I need to push myself because who else is gonna push me? If I don't
I
get out
like it.
there and promote myself, who else is gonna promote me? It's my duty at this point if I want to succeed or if I
I like
want.
it because I went from I think I seen you a couple times in person,
Mhm.
and then like after that, I was just like, my life's flow, and then I clicked on it, and I'm like, shit, I was like, Taryn is doing all this shit. And I'm like, yo, I just like went from not seeing it to seeing it, and you pushed like it was the strongest push I've seen like from a friend that's doing their own stuff. I was like, yo, you're
My
literally just consistently like, and it wasn't just on the internet. I've seen you with booths. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, then you had books, and I was like, yo, you got physical like. I was like, yo, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
I
I
like
just
that.
I just decided like do it, like just go for it. And then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm gonna go as hard as I can. And every time I mess up something or every time something doesn't go right, I'm learning from it, so I'm getting better. So like my progress in the last just year, like I didn't even know how to press a shirt. I didn't know how to design a shirt. I didn't know how to make a AI song. Like I didn't know anything that I'm doing now prior to last summer. I was off work all summer and I was like, I'm going to use this time for something good. So that was the best thing I could have ever done with all that time. Like, yeah, I'm not going to be out there. I'm not going to be turning up. I'm not going to be posting that like I'm having a great time, but I'm in the lab working on things. And when it's ready, you'll see. Right now, yeah, I'll be behind the scenes because it's like I'm working on
Hmm.
something. Like I'll just keep working. And if I would have kind of let it on too early, then I would have opened up the doors for doubts and things like that. But it was just, I believe in it. I have good product to show people. And I think that it could work. It could work if I keep at it. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. But the biggest thing for me was just get started.
Yeah, that, and I feel like me when I'm not doing it, it's on my mind, and so now
Yes.
I know I really want to do it because now I'm thinking about not doing it. You know, like this podcast thing is like, yes, I'll take breaks on it, but the whole time I'm on break, I'm like, that would be a good episode for a podcast, or
Yeah.
this would be cool, or I wish I could just talk about this on a podcast, or don't talk about that. Wait, let's get on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where when you're not doing it, it's all you think about, and so
And that's
that's
how
how
you
I
know
know I
that's what
really
you're supposed
want
to
to
be
do
doing.
this.
That's exactly how you know.
That's the beauty of it.
If you're away from it and you're like, I just don't want to do that shit, then it's like that's not what you want to do. It's like that with work too. Like
Oh, wait.
if you get up and you don't want to go and you got to sit on the bed and you got to think like, damn, do I really need these
Yeah,
hours
clock
on
in
this
at
check?
8.
If you don't got
Yeah,
to do
you
the
clock in
if
at
you got to
8.
do
You
the
woke up at
calculations,
7:50.
that's not the job. There's
Definitely
gonna be
went through
certain
that.
days, but if that's every day, let it go. Just move on. But yeah, so I wake up and I'd be like, well, if I see something online or a certain design that I really like, I'll just practice with it and just see like could that work for me. But most of mine, I'm trying to just kind of create kind of arts that have African American images and that include like music notes because I'm into music or pens or paper. But yeah, it's a lot of like hidden things sometimes in some designs. So these ones, this is like the coloring book one, so it's just colors. Um, I have coloring books for kids and adults, but we all like a lot of color. So
Yeah,
this one's a little bit
color is really big for us because you know me and my brothers are all fucking colorblind, and so the
yes,
first thing when I seen your shirt, I was like, it just pops because it's like so
yeah,
many colors, and it like it's not that I can't see colors, I just see shades different, and
yeah,
so whenever I see a cluster of shades, I'm just like, oh.
yeah.
I think that's why I'm into
Yeah.
gaming so much is because it's just sometimes
It's
some things are so vibrant.
right. Yeah, we're gonna have to do one of those
I like that.
videos where we get you those special glasses and then you go outside and you touch the grass and start crying. Like we need that for
Yeah,
you.
see, my wife wants to do that so bad. Like she's always on Amazon
Well,
looking
okay,
at
I'm gonna
those,
have to hit her up then. We're doing it.
I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't think I
You need
want
to
to.
do it.
I don't want to feel like I feel like that's I'm gonna get a drug and then I'm gonna get a taste of what it's like and then now I'm gonna be like, I need my glasses. I need.
I gotta wear these. I gotta
I
wear
feel like
these
I'm gonna
big
need it.
things all the time. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I just
those are
feel
the
like
you should try it, man. You gotta try it.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. And I'm gonna have
You
to get
don't
a
wait. You
like a
don't wait to
live
listen.
reaction. I'm gonna
Yeah.
ugly cry like snot nose cry.
Yeah, just clip it 10 times
Just
and there
let it
you
out.
go. On the next episode if I feel like, here we go.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I feel like crying.
you might.
Well, shit.
We all take it for
Well,
granted. So
we hit the 45-minute mark. We're at like 47 minutes. I usually end it off with what's got you on this internet. What's one thing that is on your for you page right now that's got you in a chokehold?
I would say, and it's kind of awkward, but it's
Mhm.
these glute workout videos. And it's it's like you never know what shape these muscles are gonna take. You know? It's like some
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just it's really amazing. I just feel like I'm just doing my civic duty to be a good neighbor and support these people on their growth journeys. There's guy glutes, there's girl glutes, there's old glutes.
It's just glutes. Hmm. And hey, once you get it right, it does not.
Man,
It's appealing. There's something about it, you know.
it's just the
Right
back
now,
shelf ratio. It's amazing. I don't know.
mhm.
But I've been
Especially
showing
because
everyone.
you don't see it naturally. You don't see it naturally nowadays. I think a lot of it's BBLs and unevenness and weird proportions. But when you see
Yeah.
someone who actually puts in the work, you're like, damn, that's kind of art in itself.
It is an art, and some people are, doing the most with it. Gotta take the good with the bad. But just to see people go from just a regular body and then all of a sudden they're just stacked, they all look like Megan the Stallion. It's insane.
That's impressive.
It is. I mean,
My For You page right now.
I don't need the problems. I don't know how they're finding genes.
Yeah. My For You page right now is all plumbing and like wall repairs. It's weird. And I've never looked it up. It's just always I'm always like,
It knows.
okay, this is how you need PVC piping done, or this is where you need it. I'm like, it's weird. It feels super like blue collar. It's like, yeah, this is how you do it here. And I'm like, shit. And then like sometimes I don't even realize I was watching it. Like sometimes I jump out of myself and be like, "Are you really watching this, bro?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I am watching this." Like, fuck.
So it might make your job easier. So that's kind of like it's a great thing in that way.
It's almost
I've
like
been watching
learning.
a lot of. I try to get like a lot of numbing things to get myself out of my head sometimes.
Yeah, that, and I like a little background noise at all times. I'm always watching like review videos or breakdowns on TV I've watched. My wife's like, "Are you watching an explanation of the show we just watched?" I'm like, sometimes you miss things, you know? So, yeah. Well, shit.
You're watching those podcasts after the shows?
Yes, I'm a big person. I'm actually looking for a show that I can actually do myself. But I want to start on a fresh new show. I don't want to be like, okay, we're going to do season 3. I want to start from season 1 and be like, this is the show that we do. And it's not going to be like my main shtick, but I want it to be, you know.
What genre? What genre of a show?
I don't know.
Action, drama?
Yet. I do like a little action, but I always like a little crime stuff. But my wife, she likes more of like she's like, what's that shit now? It's called like the summer house shit. She likes that like, Christina and I went to the mall yesterday and Greg, he looked at me weird and it's like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
No, I don't know.
Be on the Real
it's like that reality
or something.
Yeah, she likes that real. Like, I think that's like her and her sister's thing. So I'm just gonna kind of let them do that. But
okay. I don't even know of any new good shows. The last good show I felt like I watched was Paradise. I watched that on
Paradise. I started it. I didn't finish it. I think I'm like the 3rd episode in. I was like, this is amazing, but I fell asleep and then I never went back to it.
That's very possible. There are some episodes where you do go to sleep, but yeah, that was the last one I feel like I liked. Yeah, I tried not to go to sleep.
Yeah. But I just caught up last night in the Mayor of Kingstown. I finished that last season and I was just like,
heard good things.
I was like sweating. So I was like sweating the entire time. I was like, this is insane. Like, this is intense. But also, where is the military? Like, this little town is just being terrorized by the city. Like, everybody in the town literally is bad. Like, I don't understand it. Well, shit.
It's probably based on some real life town.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's basically pointing out like there are prison towns. There's a town with a prison, and everybody works around it. And sometimes some people get in, some people get out. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, it's a way to everybody's going to benefit from all the prisoners.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I get it.
This has been one episode for the books, 1-on-1 with T and T. The original T.
Yeah, I'm going to have to call you T Junior, but yeah.
I'm so glad Mike is not here. He would be he might change my name in Discord if he hears that. But yeah, I got to get you on a regular episode, you know, that way we can just conversate and, you know, talk about some shit and just joke around with the boys.
Yeah, I'm available all the time. Always looking to collab with people and get new perspectives on life because I can't just stay in my little bubble all the time. So I'm with it.
Okay. Well, you're an artist too, so you need that inspo sometimes. So I'll have you on.
That.
Thank you for
I need the positive ones, not that.
Oh yeah. Thank you for volunteering as tribute, as you said. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been another episode. I'll see you guys.